Hello, and welcome to YouTubing with Katie. Today, I'm going to talk about some editing tips to make your videos better, to help you in this editing process. So, a very important thing is cutting pauses. There's a lot of videos where there is just too much. There's too much space between sentences. There's too much walking from one end of one place to another. If you are looking for something, then you can look through it. You can take the time. Where'd that thing go? But then you can cut to where you found what you're looking for. Maybe that's very elementary advice, but I'm going to say it anyway because you never know. Another thing you can do to keep things moving, to keep things fresh, is change angles. This is the set for my show on my other channel, Epic Kate, where I have amazing conversations and interviews. But you also can get a tripod. You can set it in so many different places. You can capture things from different perspectives and just bring a lot more interest to what you're doing. B-roll is great. I'm going to change this back because this is not the Epic Kate show. This is YouTubing with Katie. B-roll is great, but if you show too much of action, it can get boring. So it's really good to have some voiceover planned or get some perspective from someone else about what you could talk about if you don't have any idea what to talk about. But if you try to look at things from the perspective of someone who doesn't know who you are, doesn't know where you live, doesn't know what you're interested in, voiceover on top of cool footage is a great way to share about yourself and connect with people. Allow yourself to play. Allow yourself to have fun in the moment. Don't look at the things that went wrong as a mistake, but look at them as a chance to show your personality and react and have fun. I mean, I cannot be the only person who's ever, went to take a drink of water and forgot to take the lid off. Instead of cutting that out, zoom in on it. But don't try to force things to happen. Just let them happen as they do. Does that make sense? Let me know what you think. It does depend on what you're using your channel for. Whether you're trying to be a vlogger who's trying to be as authentic as possible, or you're trying to be a business person who really wants to get customers out of what you're doing, it still doesn't hurt to show yourself having fun and living in the moment. Because you don't want people thinking you're a robot in any case. If there's a style you like, try it. Try to copy it. It's okay, because you won't copy it exactly. You will have your own flavor in it. But have fun trying to emulate the styles of other YouTubers that you like, or anywhere else that you get inspiration. If you get inspired from a TV show or a movie of, wow, that's a really interesting angle, pay attention to the angles and perspectives that you see in TV shows, movies, anywhere, and try to copy something. Try to get an angle that you've never gotten before. Just allow yourself to experiment and have fun with the experimenting process. Don't feel like you need to turn the camera off every time you make a mistake. Let the camera go and let it capture the moments in between, because it's like I said, it shows people who you are when you're not on camera. It shows people how you react to stress, how you deal with figuring out where your confidence is when you're trying to do something difficult. And even if you don't use that footage, saving it to look back on is really special too. I have more tips about building confidence in front of the camera that I will put up here and in the description, and maybe even in the pinned comment if I remember. But a really, really important thing in your editing is get to the point early on in your video. Don't give a 2-minute introduction to what you're talking about, why you're talking about it, what you had for dinner and apologizing for uploading late or whatever. Don't do this. 2 minutes is a long time, and most people won't stick around for 2 minutes. Get to the point immediately what your video is about and show that thing in the first seconds. If your video is called reviewing makeup stuff, I don't know makeup. If it's reviewing Stabilos, in the first few seconds, you should be showing the Stabilo and you should be writing with it or something to do with the pen. Or have some, even if you don't get into it in the first few seconds, have some kind of hook that is really interesting that makes people want to stick around longer. Kelly Stamps is really good about that. She's got an amazing personality and she's so good at making you stick around to keep watching, keeping things moving. But maybe editing is just too tedious, too time consuming, too frustrating, too impossible for you. Did you know there are options to hire editors? And I'm one of them, and I will talk more about that later. Please give this video a like. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Please share this video with somebody that you think would appreciate it. I know there are so many YouTubers out there that are looking for ways to grow fast, but that doesn't exist. So what they need is channels like this that gives practical advice, but also I don't just give practical advice. I also talk to the hard parts of YouTubing. Confidence, identity, the other stuff that's really important. I hope that you'll subscribe. Leave a comment down below talking about what is difficult in editing for you. And yes, let's stay in touch. Bye.